Hi, everybody. This is Alan Fine. I'm here with Katina Athanasiou, who is the Chief Sales Officer for Norwegian Cruise Line. And we have had her on recently, but things keep changing, things keep happening, and we're going to report it now on Insider Travel Report.
Hi, Alan.
Nothing's going on, right? Nothing's happening.
We're just, living life. I'm out by the pool every day. All is good. All is good.
Okay. So the big news that we just reported yesterday was that NCL is extending the suspension to October 31st. So I'd love to talk about that, plus the fact that you've decided to go beyond the CDC's recommendation of September 31st.
Yeah, listen, for us, Frank Del Rio and Harry Summer have really said it best, that we are going to come back when we absolutely believe that it's right and that we're ready. And we've made a lot of progress during this time, but we felt that it was right for us to make sure that we could extend our temporary suspension, primarily just making sure that we kept our guest first philosophy at the forefront, because we really want to make sure that we can maintain the health and safety and wellness of all of our guests. And given the current rise that we've seen, we just felt prudent that this was the right time to make sure that we extended this temporary pause.
I think it's a leadership move. You didn't go like, what's everyone else doing? You just said, this is what we're doing.
It was right. So thank you for that.
Peace of mind. As you're doing this, we want the travelers and guests to have peace of mind. Let's talk about what you decided to do there.
So when we kicked off our peace of mind policy back in early March, at first it was really about booking with confidence. We've now been able to really extend that across not only booking, but sailing with confidence, being educated with confidence, and making sure that everything we do from a health and safety perspective is put underneath our peace of mind umbrella. And so with that, we extended our peace of mind policy yesterday all the way through October 31st of 2021. And what we've done is we've separated our 2020 and 2021 voyages. So for our November and December sailings under our peace of mind policy, guests still have the confidence to book and have their reservations. They can cancel up until 48 hours in advance, and they would be able to receive 100% future cruise credit.
And that's this year. That's 2020.
November and December sailings, correct. For those voyages from January 1st of 21 through October 31st of 2021, guests have the ability to cancel up until 15 days prior to their vacation start date, and they will too receive 100% future cruise credit. So for us, again, this is really about putting our guest first philosophy in place and making sure that we have confidence and behind the guest decision to make sure that they sail with Norwegian.
And then there was a change in final payment time.
We did, and this was also something that, I suspect that we'll continue to take a look at on a rolling basis. But for us, right now, our final payment policy was adjusted just for the balance of our 2020 sailings. So again, this would be for anybody who is sailing to embark from November 1st of this year until December 31st of this year. And we've pushed their final payment back to 60 days prior to cruise. Our standard is 120. So we've given them the extra 60 days to get through this next couple of months with, again, a bit more confidence and to make sure that they're in the right space to make their final payment.
So now the point of all this is the reason that Insider Travel Report keeps working, even though there's no traveling, is that we want the travel advisors to have all the information that they need. So you guys are very close with your travel advisors. Let's talk about the programs and the promotions and the training that you put in place. I know you had it, and it's probably been changing. And what is it now?
Yeah, we have completely leaned in on the virtual lifestyle. And, everybody, all of our sales team is doing it a little bit differently. Everybody's got their own personality. We have had huge success with Zoom webinars on a small scale, so it's a bit more intimate and we can get really in depth into the training at an agent level. We've had one-on-one trainings. We've had large agency trainings. We've had had consortia level trainings. So we really have leaned in, as I mentioned, into the virtual world to be able to give our advisors what it is they actually want. And that's been one of the most unique things that I've found, and it's still another silver lining, because sometimes when we're doing these trainings and we're traveling all over the place, our time is a bit limited. And so we train on what we think maybe some of our advisors want to hear.
But you're getting live interaction.
Absolutely. And, we get to kind of interview them, if you will, in advance to make sure what is it that you would really benefit from, so we can tweak on the fly and make sure training is exactly spot on. So we've had great success with virtual trainings. Our Norwegian Central, which is our travel advisor portal, and our one-stop shop with respect to marketing and all assistance. We have, assets. We have email templates that are ready to go. We have all of our promotional tools in there. And we also have, which has been critical for the advisors, and I keep hearing from people that we've been best in class, we have FCC reporting down to the agent level. So all of our FCCs for suspended cruises have been loaded into this portal, and an individual advisor can log in with their private login and make sure that they get their specific Excel report of all of their FCC holders. So that's been a huge success over the last several months.
That's got to be handy. So what are the changes to, as you're now having summits and we're studying the health situation, SailSafe, have there been any changes in the protocols since we last spoke?
At this time, no. Since we spoke last, we have announced the collaborated effort with the Royal Caribbean Group and our Healthy Sail panel. So that's the blue ribbon panel of 11 incredibly smart and really fantastic professionals that are helping not only Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings and Royal Caribbean Group develop and recommend the right steps to move forward, but we've really strongly continued to push out that this is an open source conversation that the Healthy Sail panel plans to have. So they're meeting, and they anticipate to provide, or at least be through with their recommendation by the end of August. And again, they plan to publish that out to all cruise lines, not just the two kind of quote unquote competitive brands, because I can't say it any better than we may compete on product, we may compete on sourcing markets and so forth, but when it comes down to health and safety, there is zero competition. This is all about ensuring that as an industry together, we're doing what's right.
Well, you can all float the boat or sink the boat. So, I'm glad that we're... Tip, okay. So I have the old questions were, what's going on with cancellations and rebookings? And is it still about 50-50 that people cancel or rebook, or is there been more? Can we get a read on whether people want to travel or not based on those numbers?
Yeah, absolutely. We've maintained, honestly, our share between FCCs and refunds. So we're still about the 50-50 mark. What we have seen is a shift in non-FCC bookings over the last month or so. So we've seen a continued pent-up demand and excitement for all of our 2021 voyages. We've been very fortunate because we opened up deployment several months ago too, so we've got extended deployment all the way through the end of 22 and into early 23. So we are definitely seeing people who are interested in booking, and they absolutely are. We also see a big surge of FCC bookings soon after a suspension takes place. So, that's another thing that I recommend to advisors is you have your FCC reports almost instantaneously. So take the time to make sure that you're connecting with all of those guests and calling them because we've seen success in guests immediately converting their FCCs.
One of the reasons we're here is we got the ear of so many travel advisors, over 100,000. What would you like them to know in closing?
At first, I always have to start with an enormous thank you. We just finished one of our partners' first webinars a little bit earlier today, and somebody asked me last week if I had any COVID heroes, and I have a short list of course, my family, but soon after my family are our travel advisors. The amount of support that they provide us, but most importantly is the support and the advocacy that they have for their customers is really unmatched. And so I start with thank you, because sometimes we may not always hear it because we may be getting an earful on the other end of the phone as maybe they're talking to some of their customers. So on behalf of your customers, I say thank you. I would say that, hang in there. I know that this is longer than any of us anticipated, and I know that some days are better than others. But I encourage you to make sure that you keep engaged with your COVID hero so that you can make sure that you keep that positivity. Your clients can hear it in your voice, and they sense it when you have calm and confidence. So that's my second. And then my third and final is ensure that you remain engaged with your customers. Now, especially that we continue to work from home, everybody has just a little bit more time on their hands. So make sure that you remain engaged in meaningful ways. Ask how they're doing. Ask about their family. The notes and the tidbits of information that you collect from them along the way will really go a long way to show that you have that personal one-on-one connection with them. And I am the first to continue to pound my fist to say your role as an advisor moving forward has never been more important. And the consultative approach that you have as we get through and out of this will remain and will come back to you tenfold. So hang in there, stay positive, and if you need daily pick-me-ups, please email, text, smoke signal, anything you need, I got you.
Katina, thank you very much. Those were inspiring words. Those are the words we needed to hear right now. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Alan, and thank you to all of our advisors out there. Alan, you and James have been rocks throughout all of this, and really, really fantastic for our entire industry. So I thank you as well. You have remained relevant and really right on top of things. So on behalf of all of us, the advisors, and all of your partners and suppliers, thank you guys both. And we're so happy to hear James is doing better.
Thank you so much. That meant a whole lot. And this is Alan Fine from Insider Travel Report.